Good morning all, welcome to the field. It's a typical September day after the horrible weather that we've had at the beginning of the week, where it seems normal service had resumed in respect to the weather. Very cold when I woke up this morning, and we got a strong north to northwesterly wind, but when the sun does come out it really is quite warm. Right, on to the last one of the day, which is the V38 from 4DRC. Now, this is a drone that I actually wanted to buy, so I've actually been purchased this one, and it's taken quite a long time to arrive from China. So in the box you have the usual bag to protect the drone and its accessories. I've got 3 battery version. We have in the bag 2 sets of instructions, one's for your Chinese customers, one for your English speaking customers, a USB charging port which has a micro lossy connector for your batteries, and you have a bag of spare propellers and a propeller removal tool. Now the batteries they take is a single cell 3.7 volt 4.2 fully charged 750 milliamp with micro lossy connector. Transmitter, one of these little handheld Game Boy type things. Here on this button here you have the speed rate. On this button I do believe that's a flip mode, if I'm looking at that correctly. Let's have a quick look. I don't think I'll be using that. Yeah, that's for a 360-degree roll. So obviously that'll beep when you've performed the function. That beep will go off, ready for the next one. The batteries are 3 AAA 1.5 volts. And just a brief look on the instructions for the transmitter. Up and down for your throttle, left and right yaw, right movement, left movement, and backwards and forwards. You've got a 1 key rotation, short press, okay, circle. Right, so it's saying it might be able to circle around. I wouldn't have thought this has got the technology to facially detect you. I might be wrong. You have a 1 key landing and takeoff button here, and you have a, let's have this button, headless mode. Ooh, no, I don't like that, so I won't be doing that. I never have a great success with headless mode. And you have a emergency stop, short press, 1 key calibration, long press. Okay, so that's very helpful to know. And of course you have a fold out mobile phone holder which extends to, oh yeah, quite a big mobile phone. Right, we'll take it out on the pad. Oh, before we do, let's show the drone itself. Now, I rather think this has been inspired by the Hover Air, which has been fairly successful. And of course the Hover Air has been not unnoticed by DJI and the new DJI Neo, which has been released. Right, so it's a fold out drone. Fold out as such. You have the camera, movable camera here, and you have a light at the back, the power switch is at the top, and looking at the battery compartment, there's a little fold down cover there for the battery compartment, and the micro lossy connector goes into here, which we might as well do now. So me with my thick fingers can only just manage that, but hopefully that will be all in order. There's quite a tight fit with those wires coming out the side, but hopefully once we get that in, there we go, all ready to fly. So right, we'll set this up and we'll get ready to fly out on the field. Right, so with most of these brushed drones, you do turn the drone on first. Hopefully that's going to wake up. Yes, there's a little red light flashing there, and we need to turn on transmitter. Up and down to bind, and the red light is now stopped flashing. We now need to calibrate the gyros, which is a long press, and as you can see the light was flashing there, just indicating that the drone has calibrated its gyros. Next thing to do is go into settings, and we'll look for the Wi-Fi signal being generated by this drone, and we have it already. 4D RC 8K. This is meant to be the 8K version. I doubt it very much. And there's a specific number for my drone. Your number will be different. Right, so let's come out there, and we're looking for the 4D RC Air app. If you have the 4D RC Pro app, it will not work with this drone. Okay, so it's come up with that drone's Wi-Fi at the top there. And there we go, we do have a connection. Right, now bearing in mind there is no optical flow or anything like that with this drone, so let's have a quick look at the functions we may be able to get. It says there we might be able to take a photograph, and right, okay, so that rev is not for a downward facing camera, it's just to turn the image upside down. Let's have a look. Right, so we'll have a look at this. The only one function I can see that it may work is the circle function, but I doubt very much that is to circle around you. I think it's to circle around itself. I may be wrong. Right, let's have a look. It's quite windy out here, so we put it into rate 2 and automatic takeoff. I'll tell you what, let's take an image. And whatever that image comes out like, I'll upload it onto the final video so you can see for yourself. We'll start the video. And here we go. Right, so if there's we are sheltered a little bit by the trees, but once the wind gets hold of it, it will be going wherever the wind takes it. And as you might be able to hear, there is a little bit of wind pushing it down. So let's get it round facing myself. Let's bring it out a little bit more. Right, so that wind is pushing it quite a bit. Quite a bit of yaw on there. It's so there's no stability function with this. Right, let's press the circle function, see what happens. It's got me in the shot. That's what it does. There we go. So that's not good for anyone, is it? Right, let's enter rate 1, see if we can get a more I think it's going to need rate 2 at least to fight against that wind. Rate 3, that'll be better. And it's still fighting quite hard against that wind. The wind coming down here is probably only about 15 miles an hour. That's quite a rate of a yaw rate, isn't it? You have to be fairly careful. And we're going to land. I'll tell you what, I've got an idea. We go into the woods and we're flying there. Okay, right, I should have mentioned that this is a very light drone, probably no more than about 60 grams, I would have thought. We're now in the woods. We seem to be quite well sheltered from the effects of this northeasterly wind, which is quite strong. It's gusting up to about 20 so miles an hour outside. So let's take off again and have a better fly. Okay, that seems to be handling a lot better. We're in rate 1. And the Wi-Fi seems to be a little bit on the choppy side, as I've explained before in other videos. It may be down to my phone, which is quite old now. So if you have a more modern phone, the chances are it's going to perform a lot better and you'll have a better reception. And I'm deliberately going slow. So far we have a good Wi-Fi reception. It doesn't seem to be too choppy now. Yes it does. Right, okay, let's turn around. Let's put it in rate 3 and see what the top speed is like. Top speed in rate 3, not very fast. But your rate is spectacular, I would say. Very, very fast yaw rate. And of course the good thing is, if you do happen to bump into a tree, hopefully no damage is going to occur. That yaw rate, even in rate 1, is quite fast. Still getting Wi-Fi. I'll upload some of the video. Now, I don't know if you can see there, we have a red light flashing. That's normally an indicator to say we have a low battery. And as you see, the wind is coming through the trees now. So rate 2 it is. And we still have that image. Right, I'm going to rate 2. Now, I have flown a left-hand circuit around the tree. Let's do a right-hand circuit, if that's possible. Look at that. See? That bashed up against a tree. It just bounced off. It just so happens it's got a low battery. So, no damage. Right, that's the 4DRC V38. Obviously, it's a copy of the Hover Air, which has been quite successful. Let's stop the video on there, and I'll tell you what, whilst we have the drone on, let's take another picture, if that is possible. Right, I'll upload that image. Hopefully the camera might pick out the different shades of light and dark and all the rest of it. I know it's advertised as 8K, but as you know, it's probably an interpolation of the video and the JPEG stills to bump it up. I would imagine at the very most it's going to be 1080p. Let's just take a quick photograph out there. That's going to be a good challenge for it, I would have thought. If that image comes out well, then I'll upload that one too. Right, this is the last video of the day. Some of you might be breathing a sigh of relief. Right, 4DRC V38, not a bad little drone. It's going to cause no damage at all. So yeah, not bad for its price. I think it's going quite cheap at the moment as a special offer, as it's a fairly new model out. Thanks for watching the video. We'll see you on the next one. I'm still waiting a few bits and pieces which have been delayed at the UK airport once again, what seems to be for about 2 weeks now. So there's obviously something going on there. Right, see you on the next video. Take care and stay safe. Bye for now.